Hey, field agents, the FBI, coming at you with some battle prep. We got an hour and a half before our VOC. I'm going through the checklist. The first thing you're going to do is make sure your talent's right. I got the talents on the left side through 14. 18, I'm only there so I can reach 22 sub attack, 4%. I got the training speed on the middle in case I lose my troops during the beginning of the battlefield, so they're constantly building. Fatal strike, wounded to death. That's more of a regular fighting outside of battlefield, but it was the best option for it. Sub health, best option. That's the subs are important. In city troop attack for defending the city. Until you get all your subs up to level 15, I think it'll just the best. But once all my subs, if I ever get my subs to where the troops are maxed out, I would possibly use the 2,000 gems and switch to go over capacity. And then I'd use the gems to go back, and you go back to city attack after the capacity's filled. And then number 40, you want to be on sub-city defense. And then in the server, if you ever get hit and you need to do a lot of healing, it's very important to switch back. Use your gems or your second tree and go to troop revival. Saving 10% of stones is important. In rallies, I usually use my all gear. Solo attacks, I'll use a Pacific gear. So I'll start the match out with my all gear. We'll come here and make sure the offering bonus is started. Come here, if you have a Shuka and Minsky, make sure your Shuka's on for the range bonus. If you got the research officers, make sure you got Hannibal on. For the siege, or for the deep just want to make sure everybody's in their place. Right here is one that I noticed. My embassies, I do a lot of reinforcing, so I need to make sure that that's filled. Which I use this as a dual. My main training officer is my embassy officer. I'll get to switching subs out in a second. We'll go to the embassy. I only want to use supers. And I'll use one of my training officers for that during the battle. Alright. here. The range, I haven't made him a super either, but I got him just for the battle. Same with the workshop officer. Their specialty only applies to the training bonuses and nothing to do with attacks. Except for the rally officer, because it affects the size. You definitely want to make sure that this one's super special or senior, whatever you're capable of on the bottom. And the archer tower, it needs to be your highest ability and the hospital, because it affects your healing speeds. It'll save you skips if you're healing during the battlefield. And the embassy, because it affects attacks. Other than that, the officer levels doesn't matter as far as your PvP bonuses besides those. Then we'll come over here to do the presets. Now, I used the large march buff during the battle, but so I don't have to waste one now, I'll make the march preset, and I just won't do my T12s, and I'll save it. And then when the battlefield starts, that 5 minutes in the sandbox, I'll use the large march buff and go to the sandbox and apply the T12s and save my marches. And that way I don't have to waste a march buff to set my presets. And that saves me 2 large march buffs a week, not having to set them. So make sure your subs on. I do it from the bottom up, but we're gonna in about 30 minutes, I'll call my buddies and make sure they're all online. Nobody's forgot. Once in a while, somebody forget. Try something different today. I haven't been using range with my siege with my range, but I'm gonna give it another try tonight. Like I said, right here's the T12s. I'm skipping those. So at the beginning of the battlefield, I can just come in and punch those in and not waste a buff right now making this preset. Like I said, the large march buff, it'll just perfectly come here and just slide the 12s over. And I'm not going to have y'all watch me, but I'll do that exact same thing for range, mount, ground, siege, and then my second, my 1, 2, 3, 4 support reinforcing marches. But besides that, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take my training generals off because I've had them. She's been building that new sub, and these Mantels has been building my troops. Instead of gymming my cities, I just do it the freeway. Just invest one time with the refining. I mean, it's a lot. You just go ahead and refine your generals one time, so you don't have to gym your soldiers. You don't have to recruit your soldiers each time. Yeah, 228 for 178. $227 for 134. Much better general, not nowhere close to good general trainer. That's all of them. Alright. So now that's it. That's it. Sometimes I put Alshire on the wall. Sometimes I don't. Do that. Yeah, let's see. Okay, I need to put I just got Kong. Enemy, the third line will work on the sub troops. Enemy mount troop defense. Enemy troop mount, which this will help against the T1 traps. So. So I need to put Kong on somebody. I'm also going to put, won't be during this video, but I'll be putting the Pegasus on somebody also after the cooldown is over, for the same reason. The Pegasus, I go on one of these two. So that's milking it for every buff I can get. So that's that's pretty much other than that, it'd be checking to make sure that you want to make sure you apply these 4 buffs on the top before the match starts. Yeah, these 4. Other than that, that's